One. Okay, hey guys, it's me, Kenny, and today we're doing a very special video. Very unexpected video. Well, I actually wanted to make a video like this for a while now, but the thing is, I wasn't quite ready, and I guess it worked out because something insane happened, which kind of brought this video all together. Welcome to the Billboard DJ Mixer podcast. I know this sounds so stupid, and it's only gonna be a one episode podcast, but I'm here today to talk about my story of discovering and reviving one of the rarest toys you can probably find at this point. I mean, there are many rare toys, but this one in particular, very rare, very obscure, and not many exist in the world, as you'll soon find out. And joining me today here, I have my friend Ryan. Say hi.
Guys. Hi.
That's your way of saying hi. I love it. And if you guys see me screen recording the meet and see two of me, it's because to give you guys better picture and video and audio, I meant I'm on my iPad, so yeah. But I'm screen recording from my computer. Okay, without further ado, let's bot dive. Ow. Bot dive right on into this, shall we? Right, Ryan?
Let's do it.
And let's take a big sip of water before we go.
I'll take a sip of my drink too.
Did you gargle it? Gargly water or drink.
It's
Okay.
Gatorade, so I can...
Gargly Gatorade. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so let's set the scene and let's learn about the company itself first. A little company exists by the name of Kids Toys, spelled Kidztoyz, not with S's. Clever. Something clever. Anyways, and this company produces a lot of different things. They produce a lot of Bluey merchandise in terms of like keyboards and stuff. They mainly do a lot of musical products in general, but they've produced other things. I think they produce a couple walkie-talkies, some other gear and such, but their main focus has always been music because their thing literally says our passion for music, of course. And there's a little brand under the Kids Toys brand itself called Billboard. And in this lineup, this is like their kids' toys, like their kids' toy keyboards and guitars and drums and all that. And I've discovered many, many different types, many different keyboards, a few drum pads, a guitar, but most notably, the DJ Mixer. This all began back in 2023, when my birthday happened in September, of course. And for my birthday, I got two things in particular that I'm going to bring up here. Those being the Billboard Deluxe Drum Pad and the Billboard DJ Mixer, which I'm pretty sure doesn't even have an official name. I'm pretty sure that's honestly its name. Now, a little thing about the company Billboard itself, the brand Billboard itself under the Kids Toys company itself, is that they actually take other existing products and kind of remix them. Say, for example, the Billboard Deluxe Drum Pad is actually just a Kawasaki Mega Deluxe Drum Pad, but with several changes. For one, it's purple because every Billboard branded thing is purple. Instead of having the Kawasaki logo, it has the Billboard logo. And instead of taking 6 AA batteries, it takes 4 AA batteries, but you can see where there's two little things covering up the other two terminals. And also, there's less of a buzz coming from the speaker because it's a lot newer and a lot more revamped than, obviously, the old Kawasaki product. They typically do it with Kawasaki stuff, but the DJ Mixer is actually an exception. It is actually a remix of the First Act Discoveries DJ Mixer, which I have a picture up of on the screen right now of. You can take a look at that if you have eyesight.
Oh, guys, that's a cool image. But I hate to interrupt. I need to go eat supper.
Cool input. Maybe by the time you're back, it'll be your time, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully you won't have to wait around for it. I will be back in Canny talk about Billboard while I'm gone.
While I'm gone. Okay, so that's what it looks like, and it's green and black for the most part. It's a pretty cool looking set, but the thing about this compared to the Billboard version is it's actually a lot different. You see, the drum pad takes every single sound from the Kawasaki drum pad, and I'm pretty sure that maybe possibly all their keyboards and stuff do. However, I can't confirm. I can only confirm with the drum pad because I haven't been able to find the original products of other Billboard products. But with the DJ mixer, it takes the sound effects from the first act, but everything else from its instruments, drum pads, and songs is all different. And if I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure the first act only has 11 keys, but this one has 13. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I think. Um,
Hi.
meanwhile,
Hey, make sure you put your laptop in the bag.
oh well.
I mean, wow.
How are you here? Hey. Back on track. So that's a few differences, but a very key difference is that it actually has a microphone and an input and output jack, which the first act does not have at all. Like, it's completely not present. And in terms of the button layouts and that kind of stuff, it's relatively similar, but honestly, like I just said, none of the sounds match. And if I'm not wrong, the first act takes 4 AA's, but this takes 3, as I've actually learned today. I did not know what batteries it took, but it does take 3 AA batteries. So that is the foundations of this whole thing. That is the beginning. This is how this whole journey started. Well, what happened? How did we wind up in the situation of wanting to know so much about this DJ mixer? Well, I still have the deluxe drum pad today, but I threw away the DJ mixer. Yeah, crazy, I know. Illegal. Whoa, that's bad. Why would you do that? But you might think to yourself, well, just go get another one if you're that concerned. Well, here's the problem. Billboard things are very rare for the most part. The only common one that I would even consider common is a 37 key keyboard that you can literally buy on eBay right now. I think the seller has multiple even, and they're new in the box and they're very cheap. And there's also a used one. I've seen many of them. There's been around 20 in total. So I would call that one common because it's buyable. But the rest of these, not so much. You can buy the 49 key keyboard. There's one that's super expensive. You can buy the Billboard guitar, but again, there's only one that's super expensive. You can buy the 25 key keyboard, which is expensive, but with an offer is actually not that bad of a price. But there's nothing else. Like the other 37 key keyboard that Ryan owns with a microphone is nowhere present on any website for purchasing. We have a couple images, and that's about it. Actually, I lied. I think there's one on Facebook Marketplace, but other than that, no. So you might be like, well, okay, but they're gettable. Well, I've never seen a drum pad for sale, much less a DJ mixer. Kind of. Because technically, in terms of sold listings, the drum pad is actually rarer than the DJ mixer, but is not rarer than the DJ mixer. And I'll get into why later. But yeah, I threw away the DJ mixer because I didn't really like it. And the first thing that happened was the microphone actually broke. And so I destroyed that with a hammer for fun. And then one day I was like, this thing kind of sucks. I don't really want it. And just put it out on the porch. And there it sat for like 6 months. And then eventually it was thrown into the trash can. I had chances to save it, but I didn't. What would happen next in this crazy story? So fast forward to earlier this year, and I was kind of just messing around and having Ryan image search things. I was like, you should image search my drum pad here. It seems pretty cool. We can probably find some more listings of it. And well, he did. And obviously, all we found was a few Kawasaki's, but no match whatsoever. It almost seemed that it never existed. So I was like, huh, that's weird. And this is the same process we followed to find out the rarity of my Eddie Bauer music box. Over time, I got more curious and thought about the DJ mixer and figured I'd just look it up. Well, after about an hour of looking, I was finding nothing. Finally, I was able to scoop up an image of it from a birthday video, the only video I had of mine, not even turned on, just new in its box. Had Ryan image search it. The only things we found were the first act discovery. Except for one exception that we'll get to later. Two exceptions, technically, but we'll get to that later. And so, at this point, I was like, crap, this actually seems kind of rare. And long story short, the hunts continued. I was determined to find one of these, and I was determined to learn more about this billboard company. And so I built up the knowledge, and after lots and lots of research, started finding their other products, slowly but surely. But no mentions of the drum pad or DJ mixer. And so, you know what I did? I started documenting that drum pad. I made multiple videos of it, showcasing it, and proving that I had it, and just to show, and just to say it was there. And recently, I actually did a high-quality recording of it using a pickup coil, and it sounds pretty decent. Not my best recording, but sounds good. So, at least I was able to document the drum pad, but no one could document this DJ mixer. So, I did more research, ran more images, did everything I could. Eventually, me and Ryan wound up looking on an archived website of Kids Toys from 2023. And after skipping around multiple years, not only were we years? After skipping around multiple months, not only did we actually get the stock image of the drum pad, but finally, the DJ mixer. We finally got it. It wasn't loading ever, but we got it. It couldn't be downloaded. It was screenshotted, but it looked great. We had progress, a stock image. But when running a search, nothing new. Just a big old flop. It almost seemed that this hunt was impossible and that I would never find one of these things again. Then I thought of one key detail that made that DJ mixer truly special. The jump scare glitch. If you don't know what a jump scare glitch is, it's something common on some old toys from like the 90s and 2000s. A lot of Bop Its do it, including the Bop It Original, Bop It Extreme, Bop It 1998, Bop It 2000, and even the Bop It Extreme 2 apparently can. It's also featured on a Phonics A to Z toy. And probably other things, of course. But those are the ones to easily name off. But I remembered something. That this DJ mixer could actually do a jump scare from flipping the on-off switch quickly to the off and on position back and forth. I told Ryan about this and described it most similar to the Torx jump scare because that was the only thing I could think of to compare it. But it's very unique in itself. This made me want to continue to hunt more. I wanted to get this jump scare in high quality. I wanted to get all the sounds in high quality. Most importantly, I just wanted videos of this thing. I wanted proof of its existence. So then I decided to dabble into AI. And I spent many conversations, many days talking to Copilot, doing every single thing I could. But not much could be done. Nothing could be found after internationally scrolling. But after a few weeks, one key piece of information turned up. The model number. The model number for the Billboard DJ Mixer is 78228. That is 78228. Every Billboard product typically starts with a 7 and then has other numbers. This one honestly being 78228. The way I found this was by going on the archive website myself, which was very tricky, and I had to give Copilot specific instructions to send me there because it was unable to find it on the website, but I was able to find it. I saw the image. The image actually loaded. I made sure it was it, and I told it 78228. It looked, and surely enough, it was a match. With this number, we had more knowledge, greater power, more potential to find one. But the searches continued, and they continued, and they continued. Nothing new would surface for a while. Eventually, my mom actually bought me a Billboard keyboard, a 37-key keyboard. I was hoping that would be cool and that could jump scare. And honestly, it is cool, but it's a very common model. And no, it doesn't jump scare. But I'm very happy to have it, nonetheless. My Billboard collection started growing. It was once 2, then it was 1, but it was back to 2. I still had high hopes that one day I'd find it. I set up save searches on eBay. I told people on YouTube. I did everything in my power. But then, one day, it happened. Someone on my YouTube channel found one at Goodwill. This is the next chapter of this story, where things looked so bright, right up to the sky, bright as a light, bright as the sun. But then they plummeted down to the ground, leaving that burning, stinging sensation. I contacted the person. They agreed that they would, of course, send it to me because they knew I had been hunting for it. They even provided the image proof with the exact date on it and everything to prove that they had found this at Goodwill. And it was it. It was a match. And I waited patiently that day. Not so patiently, sending them multiple emails. But they were busy out golfing with their friends. And to this person, if you're watching this video, I'm still waiting to hear back. You lied to me. Because they went completely silent. After the next day, I heard nothing. Over the span of 3 months, I sent follow-up emails. Nothing. They went quiet. I even promised to pay them some money for it, of course. They went quiet. Not a sound. Not a whisper. Nothing. My potential theory is that they actually didn't get it. They found it at the Goodwill. Were going to try to scam me out of some money. But they weren't successful. And they might have it themselves. But they might just keep it and sell it one day when they think I've forgotten about it. But I will never forget about this thing. This thing is legendary. Despite me just losing a DJ mixer, I still had hope. This just proved that another unit existed. That means we had 2 units that we now knew of. My old one, which was probably crushed to death and went in a million pieces. And this unit, because we had the image proving it existed. As disappointed as I was, life went on. The search continued. It was around this time when I decided to contact the company Kids Toys themselves. I found their email, which is info@kidstoys.com, and wrote them a nice email. Waited a few days and heard back. I was excited because this could spark something. A very nice guy by the name of Ken Lewis wrote back to me and told me that unfortunately they had no models left except theirs, the one that they could not send, the original, the OG, the one. With this confirmed 3 models in existence. I couldn't have this one, but this was another piece, another big piece. So I later asked him to send a video of it just so I could hear it again. But he never responded, which was odd. So I thought the interactions were done. So I went back to searching and searching and searching, and I would scour the internet for hours with no avail. Until one day, when I did a Google image search on my own, I found it. Another unit. Wow, Kenny, at this point these things are getting common. 4 isn't many. It's a step up, but 4 is not many. Yes, it's more than the drum pad so far. But the drum pad, it's not as rare. Why? Well, we have to consider that it has the exact same sound set as the Kawasaki keyboard. Drum pad, what the fuck? So who really cares? It's just a rebrand, repainted. They all are, but this one especially. Yes, it's a different model. Yes, it's cool. Yes, I'm the only one who currently has this. But it doesn't really matter because the DJ Mixer still remains rare, even if we find more units, due to its unique features, the ability to jump scare, and the input and output ports. Now, remember earlier when I said except for 2? When I was talking about how we image searched and found some first act versions. Well, let's talk about the first one. In the UK, on eBay, we found a very strange listing. I still cannot pinpoint to you what this thing is, but it was a silver DJ mixer. It looked exactly like the 2, and I think this one also had a mic. But it sold and couldn't be found again. I still want to know what this thing is. Will I ever? Probably not. But you know what? It doesn't matter, as you'll soon learn. The other one that popped up was an actual Billboard DJ mixer. But it was a sold listing from a foreign country. Actually, I think it was for sale, but I forget. No, it was sold. Okay, I remember now. But I didn't pay much attention to this. And it was never seen again until one day when I did a Google image search, it popped up. First, I freaked out, but then I realized it was sold. But where was it sold? The Czech Republic, or Czechoslovakia. I was shocked, to say the least. Not only did it have a foreign title, it was completely foreign, but it was it. It was the DJ mixer. It sold in 2023. This sparked more hope. Another unit that is sold. Who knows who had this unit, but it existed. With this, I honestly didn't give up, and I triumphed. And over the next 2 to 3 weeks, I kept searching, loud and proud, big and hard. But then I just started losing hope and faith. Every effort I tried was useless. I even had 2 times when my eBay search for Billboard DJ Mixer went off. One time it was a toy DJ mixer, but not it at all. And one time it was nothing. Nothing even remotely close. But there was never a match. A memory match. I was to the point where, honestly, I said to myself, I was very happy that I had found what I had found. But the hunt was over. It was game over. Completely finished. Over with. But one day, I got an idea. I reached out to Kids Toys again and asked, do you guys have any other keyboards or anything cool that maybe I could buy from you guys? Ken Lewis replied a couple days later and said, let me take a look around. What is your best shipping address? I replied with my address, but also said, how much would this cost? And on a Sunday night, he replied with insane news. It would be a gift from Kids Toys, meaning free. What did I receive in that package? Well, around a week later or so, it showed up. I didn't know what was going to be inside. What was inside were 3 things. A Billboard 49 key keyboard, which I was very proud about because the only one I could find was on eBay for like $70. This was great. Plus 2 microphones. One mic that I'd never seen before with a weird stand, and I wasn't sure what it went to. And then the Billboard DJ Mixer microphone. Now, wait. This microphone for Billboard is actually pretty universal. It's the exact same microphone that comes with Ryan's 37 key keyboard. But keep this microphone in mind, it's important. but nonetheless, it was the same mic. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I can get super direct quality from this keyboard. But the problem was, where I thought there was a mic jack, there was nothing. This keyboard didn't actually have a mic jack. But I ended up getting high quality of both this and the 37 key keyboard. And the drum pad, of course. Now my collection was up to 3, more than ever. This was awesome, and I thanked him so much, and I was so glad to have this. This was only a few short weeks ago. I still kept hope that one day I would find a DJ mixer and be able to get it for myself once again. But it stayed very quiet, and I kind of got really busy and just stopped searching. This whole thing began early 2025, and the main big search started during the summertime, probably around July. Although the months were short, they were so long at the same time. But then, the hunt came to an end. The final chapter. I was in school this morning and got an email from Ryan, which, by the way, Ryan, do you exist? Ryan, are you alive? Well, this may or may not be a problem. Okay, we have a simple solution to this. It's called cutting the footage. BRB.
One Peace Tween.
Hey guys, I'm back.
And you know what that means? Well, we're back to recording. That's what that means. But it also means it's time for Ryan to share his story. Ryan, I want you to tell them what exactly happened around 9:02 a.m. this morning, because it's that particular on November 12th, 2025 at 9:02 a.m. and 58 seconds. And after you explain it, I might have a couple questions to ask you. And then, yeah. So, you have the mic. You have the Billboard mic. Go for it.
All right. So, this morning I had the bright idea to go to Savers right when it opens, right at 9 a.m. And we drove and we stayed in the parking lot for a couple minutes until it turned 9, and then the doors opened. I walked in Savers and I went all the way to the back of the back of the store to go to the toys. And I was looking, and I was like, I knew this was gonna happen. Like, I wasn't really finding anything for the first 30 seconds. I was like, great. And then something on the corner of my eyes, I see something.
What was it?
It's purple. It has keys. It has 2 DJ pads. And that's when I realized I just found a DJ mixer. I start screaming, and I'm like, DJ mixer, DJ mixer, DJ mixer. Oh my god. And then, after screaming for a couple seconds, I pull out my phone. Wait.
That's not in normal. You said phone, I thought.
So when I pulled out my phone,
Mhm.
I sent Kenny a voice recording because I was so excited I didn't even feel like typing it. And I told him that I found the DJ mixer. And then he joined Eagle Meet. He's cool. And we talked about it.
Okay.
It's really like the simplified version of it. But
And now I will follow up with like 4 questions, because yes. But yeah, not just any DJ mixer. The kids' toys. Billboard DJ mixer 78228. Okay. My first question, you already said your reaction. But what was my reaction?
pretty much as insane. We were both crazily, amazingly shocked. Like,
And I literally, for context, joined a Google Meet in my AP government class when I sticky
what?
keys. That's a Kenny's clip. When I sticky keys. Anyways.
I muted. It's because I have this stupid bowl on my keyboard. It keeps pressing keys.
Great. But I was not supposed to join, not at all. But I had to, because when I got that email, I was literally just listening to the teacher, start listening to this email. Well, first I saw an email called "Here's the Proof," and I was like, "Huh?" So I went to the first one because it was also from Ryan, and it started getting read, and I was like, "What did he find?" And when it said that, when my jaw said that, honestly, I think my heart stopped, and I think my face went so red that everyone probably looked at me like, "Is this guy okay?" And I started, I just on the inside, I started panicking, like screaming. And on the one hand, I was like, "Oh my god!" And on the other hand, I was like, "Why does it have to be now? Why couldn't this be like in a couple hours when I come home and we can all react together?" But it didn't matter because I joined that Google Meet and I freaked out in the chat. I screamed a little bit, and yeah, it was
crazy.
insane. My second question for you is, tell me about the condition, like how does it look, did it have the mic, was there any corrosion, just that kind of stuff for specification purposes, I suppose.
Okay, so when I took it off the shelf, like before I cleaned it or anything, I wouldn't say it was in the best condition. There were marks, and there was like a little bit of brown on it for some reason, like on one of the keys for some reason, and just stuff like that. And when I got home, I did clean it up, and it's beautiful now. It's very beautiful. No brown anymore, and I cleaned it up. And there's just some little scratches on it. And no, it does not have the mic, but I do believe Kenny does have the mic that would work for it, correct?
Yep, the exact mic, like the exact one. You have it too, but it's I don't know where.
I lost it, so it's cool. I'm gonna burp. No, I'm not gonna burp.
Great.
Um,
What? How about the battery compartment?
oh yeah, right. So I unscrewed the battery compartment, and it takes 3 AA batteries, and I find batteries with no corrosion.
And it expired in 2021, which makes absolutely no sense.
2031.
No, 2030. Yeah. Yeah. And so, what happened when you put batteries in it, and we were both on the call? What kind of sounds did you hear? Did you hear sounds?
I heard DJ sounds. It doesn't make a
Lot-
sharp sound to turn it on.
Yeah, it just like turns on. But it 100% works.
Yep.
100%. This is real. No joke. This isn't a Halloween joke. This is no early April Fool's 2026. This isn't my butt day. It's none of that. This is actually real. This is insane. Okay, and I guess, my final question is, what are your plans with this DJ mixer, Ryan? And also, guys, before you start explaining and you hear the one part of what he's going to say, don't think I forced him to do it. He's going to do it because he wants to do it and because he knows that the legend must be in my hands. I just revealed it, but say everything. Go ahead. Yeah.
So you're glitching, so hopefully I'm not glitching. But pretty much
You're not.
Okay, good. So pretty much it's gonna be staying with me for a little bit. But probably
Yep.
at some point before he can even, I'll probably send it over along with something else because we're planning on doing a grade. A grade! A trade! We're planning on doing a trade with it.
Yep.
He can't wait. He really can't wait. So I was like, you know what? You gotta promise me. I'll send it over, and when you have the money, Christmas money, whenever, you send over your package.
And so you guys might be wondering, well, what am I going to give Ryan? Honestly, 2 electronic games of some sort, I will figure it out. Plus a third electronic game, which is an electronic game that we're actually going to be trading. And Ryan actually originally gave me this electronic game, but it was one that he regrets. Kind of like how I regret giving him. Kind of like how I regretted giving him my high pitch micro. He regrets the low pitch Groove It. So we are going to trade Groovets. And I will get one that acts up sometimes, but for the most part works pretty good. And it's like a normally kind of pitch, a little high. So, yeah, this one can go back into his hands. I can get a different Groovet, and at some point I'll be able to make a video called playing 2 Groovets at the same time. So, yay.
Oh
But
yeah.
that's besides the point. No one cares about the Groovet.
Also, Kenny,
Well-
I'm gonna be throwing in something very special along with it that I think you'll like. It's not like rare or anything, but I think you'll like it.
Interesting.
You guys will see very soon now.
So yeah, this is super duper 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 extremely crazy omega exciting, of course. And pretty much the plan is also for that to happen. And also, Ryan is also going to be high quality recording it very soon. And that is going to be amazing. It's been my dream to have it in high quality. So, very excited for that too. So, that's my story, guys. This is how this whole crazy adventure came to be a thing. This is how we started with a memory in my head and an item that I threw away to now it coming back, having so much information about it and everything. I gotta say, Ryan, I thank you, first of all, for joining me here today because it was fun recording this and getting to hear our story about this. But second of all, I thank you for going to Savers, finding this thing, and now soon sending it to me because we all know very well that this is insane and this has been a dream item for me for a long time if you guys have been keeping up with my YouTube channel. And now I can officially say once I have this, I'll have my 3 dream items. The Eddie Bauer music box, the Spanish Beats, and the Billboard DJ mixer. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a really fun video, really fun podcast. Won't take too much editing because, yes.
Yes.
I would like to note real quick before we sign off, I'm actually going to play a slideshow of pictures of the DJ mixer. This is every single picture we currently have of it. So there's about, I think, 6 or 7 pictures. 6, 7. And I will also put a link in the description to any other related content, which will include a clip of me unboxing it, and plus the high quality recording if it's out. If it's not out yet, I'll just add it whenever it's out. And I don't know which one of us is going to post that, but we'll figure it out. And those are some good burps to end it. So thank you all for watching this long video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Me and Ryan put a lot of time into it. And now I'm going to go eat a delicious dinner or supper. Bye, everybody, and subscribe.
Bye.
Okay.